everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's ready for another Monday night. I am super excited for another Monday. Number one, I'm excited because this week is spring break. I got to sleep in. Yay, yay. Even though my son woke me up at 5 o'clock this morning, I got to go back to sleep. And it was funny because my husband last night was all like, I was up at, I was up and then I went back to sleep and then I was up. And he was like, you've got to go to work. I'm like, no, I don't, because it's spring break. So what I want to do is I have something exciting to tell you guys that I may be a little crazy for doing. But I want to say hey to everybody first. I'm going to tell you that news, and then I'm going to bring on Randall. So let me just say hello to everybody. Hello, Carolyn. Oh, goodness. All 4 seasons snow today. Whoo, cool. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Oh, it's rainy in California. Flood watch. Oh, you better be careful. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Jen Does Diamonds. Hey, Katrina, John, Janine, Robin, how are you? Hey, Joe, Tanya, Carly, how are you? You trying to finish up the dishes. Hey, I get you. Hey, Joanna. Hey, Diane, how are you? Hey, Sandy. Hey, Tammy. Hey, baby Cakes. How you doing, girl? Hey, Erin and Tammy and Peggy, Tyra. Oh, hey. Okay, now, is it Kennedy? Tyra? Did I say her name right? Is it Kennedy? Hello. I hope I said that right. So Kennedy, hey, sweetheart. I loved your picture. You did so good. You did so good. I loved it so much. Hey, Diamond Painting Die Hard. Okay. Hey, Sparkling Diamonds, how are you doing? Tell him not to wake me up for the next 4 days. I know, right? I'm like, all right, listen. No, I told my son, I'm like, you just woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He goes, I'm sorry, I forgot to take the trash out. He's like, why are you awake anyway? I'm like, because I heard something in my kitchen and I went, So yeah, I woke up. Oh, I did say it right. Yay. Hey, Pauline, how are you doing, sweetie? Hey, Jen M. Hey, Sarah. Yay, I'm so glad, Sarah. Oh, thank you, Tyra. Well, she made my whole week when I got to see her drawing. So, I wanted to congratulate her. Okay, so are y'all ready real quick before we bring on Spangler? I know that's what everybody's here for. And I'm so grateful that he's here too. But I wanted to share my maybe crazy news. Okay, so I made a decision last week, and I have gone ahead and activated it today. I won't know if I have been accepted yet. Most of y'all that follow me, hey, Blue Dream, most of you guys that follow me know that I am a teacher, and I do teach forensic science and math in high school. And the thing is, before I was a teacher, I wanted to go into forensic science. I actually wanted to do forensics, but because I wanted to be a forensic pathologist. But I went ahead. Oh, thank you, Peggy. You're so sweet. But I decided to go into teaching because that way I could spend the most amount of time with my kids. Sorry, my nose is itching. I could be there. Allergies are killing me. I could be there for them. And of course, the one that I have living here is screaming because he forgot, I guess, that I go live. So, yeah, hi, son. I'm live. Hello.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, I'm the one I got left here. So
Oh, by the way, Kai says hi.
Hi, Kai.
Mom says hi back. Also,
He just
quarters.
Huh?
I have a lot of quarters.
Okay.
I had to clean out Dad's truck.
Okay. Hey, Kaden.
No.
So, what I decided to do, I'm still going to be teaching, but I have filled out my application here in where I live in Florida. There is a program for CSI, which if you don't know what CSI is crime scene investigation. So I am going to get my second bachelor's. I literally, or at least I hope I am. I literally just filled out the readmissions application today because I did graduate and get my bachelor's degree through this college. So it's a readmissions, but I still have to wait to see if I am going to be accepted in. And I need to make sure that, because they didn't have one of the things on here, so I got to just double check with admissions tomorrow to make sure that it will get sent over to them. But I may be crazy. Maybe I don't know. What do y'all think? Maybe I'm too old to go back to college and contemplate a new career path. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Have I lost my ever living mind? Have I gone nuts? But y'all, I looked at all of the stuff that I can take, and I am just like, I started geeking out so hard because I'm like, I want to take that class and that class and that class and that class. So like, it's literally going to be hard for me to choose what electives to take because I want to take them all. I'm never too old. Okay, thank y'all. Thank y'all. And Kaden, you saying you thought I was pretty. You're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, now I have stalled y'all enough. I just wanted to, I was so excited. Yeah, I am crossing all my toes, that fingers, toes, everything. Oh, thank you, to be able to do this. So, but I know you guys are here for Randal, and he has been so kindly waiting in the wings. So are y'all ready to bring on Randal, and let's get another week of drawing? First off, I really hope that you guys are enjoying this event, because I know I am. I am enjoying seeing everybody's artwork. You guys are more talented than y'all think. So, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. All right, so let me go ahead and bring Randal back in. All right. Okay,
Hello.
Randal, we're gonna get you front and center over here. I just have to swatch you out so that you are there. We go.
Hi,
Hey,
Brandy.
my
Hello, everybody. First of all, Brandy, you are never too old to pursue your dreams.
Thank
Go
you.
for it.
Thank you. I'm so excited. You would think that I had just, I don't know, discovered gold or something, but to find out that the program that I want the most is literally right here, an hour away from my house, is like, it's like the universe going, yes, you can do this.
I agree. I agree.
Whew, okay.
So I've been really impressed with everyone's drawings. It's really fun to look at them all. I haven't had a chance to make any specific comments, but it's not that I'm not seeing them. I am looking at all of these different things, and it's pretty amazing what a lot of you can do. It really is. So tonight we're going to kind of go to where we left off. I don't know if how many of you saw it last week, but I was drawing on white paper. I did a sideways dragon. I added color to. I did a dragon head. I did colored pencil to, and then I drew a different dragon, little more ferocious looking dragon. And my plan was to color on it last week. I'm going to start by coloring it to just kind of show you with colored pencils what you can do and how you can kind of blend colors and just do kind of wild things with the colors on this dragon.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm so looking forward to seeing that one.
So I am going to turn my camera around. I have to push some buttons here and bend this little arm that's holding the camera and see if I can do this. Front camera, back camera, and let's crank it around there.
There we go. We can see him.
Is that going to work?
I can see it.
Okay.
Peggy Grand says, thank you for Easter Dragon. Yes, I had to get on and get my Easter Dragon. I knew they were going to do it, and I was glad they did it because I got it.
I was hoping they would. I did not know that they were going to put that out. So it surprised me too. They always surprise me with things, and it's a perfect piece for Easter.
Oh, yes, it is. I can't wait to get it in my little hands.
So you'll see these are the three I was working on last week. This one here was the colored pencil dragon. I went in and actually did a little more colored pencil work after last week. So you'll see the colors are a little stronger. I don't know if you remember exactly how they were. But I'll kind of review a few things that I did. I went in with just some darker green and kept adding layers and layers of darker color to get the darker areas darker. I did the same thing with the browns. Went from light tans like yellow ochre to golden brown to burnt sienna to dark brown, and just kind of kept making it a little darker. And then on the dragon himself, one of the final things I like to do is use, especially if he's a green dragon, use like a really dark blue. Indigo blue is a color I like to do, and I'll take it into the dark areas, kind of outline the eyes, and just blend a little bit. It really makes the eyes pop. The nostrils, I'll make them dark brown and blend them a little bit, and kind of take some of those areas, and in areas where you can't see the scales too well, I'll use this dark blue to kind of outline some scales so they show up in the shaded areas. So anyway, so that's what and one last thing with this one, I had mentioned last week about how I sometimes, even on white paper, can take a little bit of paint. So I have a little bit of acrylic paint here, white, and I'm just going to take a little glob on a little tiny brush. Happens to be the type of brush I have here. And I'll just put that highlight in the eye. And of course, there's a kitty hair in it. I wonder where that came from.
Which kitty we got? Which kitty we got?
Well, I can't tell which one it is, but it's one of them. Anyway, so there is a cat hair going through the eye, the highlight. Oh, well, that's okay.
That's what when we have furries, that's what happens, right?
Yeah. So you can see how adding that little highlight and this little part at the corner of the eye, I like to add a little highlight there. It's just something I like to do. But see how that just kind of makes the eye sparkle. Kind of like the diamonds on diamond painting. That's what makes them special, is they sparkle. And I like to add a little bit of sparkle. So, okay. So I'm done with that guy for now.
And Jess, hello, Jess. Jess has joined us. I know that right now you can only see Randal, and that's just so y'all can see the biggest thing for the things. But thank you, Jess, for joining us.
Hello, you're welcome. Sorry, I had a slight emergency, so if you see my picture go in and out, that's
well. Hopefully, everything is okay.
I'm with an emergency, so I'm doing both.
Okay,
it's just technology and technology.
Oh, I get it.
So you can see this dragon is quite different than what I've drawn before. So I am going to just start very light. I always like to draw very light, very little pressure. That way, because I'm never quite sure how dark I want something to be, or where I want to, where I want the shadows and stuff in the beginning. So if you just kind of start real light, like this, you can always make it darker. But if you start too dark, very difficult to make it lighter.
Yeah.
Very difficult. So basically, I want his face to be mostly green, but it's going to be the edges of it. These things, I'm not even quite sure what you would call those. His big eyebrows here, his ears. I want them to be totally different colors, almost like the colors of a rainbow in a way, because I'm going to take the the greens, and then I'm going to start adding a little bit of blue. This is kind of a nice light blue. Little
hey,
bit.
Catherine. Tammy says she's learning so much from you.
Oh, wonderful. I hope someone is. I do hope, because I've told you the first week, I've never taught anything before. So I'm just kind of doing what I'm doing. And it's very helpful to be talking to my phone because I don't feel like I'm in front of a bunch of people. So I'm not too nervous about that.
Well, you do a really good job explaining. I know I've learned quite a
You know,
bit.
so as you can see, I'm starting to get blues. I'm going off this direction towards these areas. And then what I want to do, I want a little more of a turquoisey blue here. This is a little bit different. It's kind of hard to tell the colors because, again, I'm doing them very light. But you will see as it progresses, I will darken them up. And then I want to take it into some purples. Get the blues blending in with purples here at the end. There you can start to see a little bit of things happening at the end of these little points on the side of his head. Just makes it a little more interesting to just put a little bit of purple in there. Again, I'm doing it very light. And I'm kind of doing the edges a little darker because these things are kind of rounded. So you still want to leave a little lighter area in the middle for the, make it look round because it kind of gives you a highlight area in the middle.
Oh.
So there's those pieces. A little bit of purple. And if he's got purple there, he probably needs a little purple on the, I don't know what this would be, a little beard, I suppose.
His little dragon beard, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then even, I think even the ends of these eyebrow things should be a little bit purple. And probably the ears too. Just continue that color scheme throughout the whole head. And you can see how he's starting to get very colorful.
Peggy wants to know, do you know what colors the dragons are going to be before you draw them, or do the colors sort of come to life when you start painting them?
Well, my regular characters, I always know what the color's going to be because I've drawn them so many times, and they need to look alike. They need to look the same all the time. This one, I just thought about it last week when I drew it out, and I was thinking, I kind of want blues and purples on it. And then tonight I thought, well, I don't know. I think his face should maybe be green and then blend into blues and purples. Kind of the color wheel in a way. If you go around it, your greens go into blues, and the blues go into violets, and violets go into reds, and reds go into oranges, and back around to yellow and green. So anyway, I'm kind of following that theme around the whole piece here. So I think what I want to do now is just start darkening some of these colors, these areas. So I'm going to take my blue and go on the edges here and start darkening the edges a little bit. And maybe this area right in between here. Make that a little darker blue. And I honestly don't have any idea how this is going to come out, whether I'm going to like it or not, but it's just fun. That's the fun of drawing is, maybe you don't know what it's going to be, but as it progresses, you kind of see something in it and go, oh, that looks good. I think I'll go more with that direction with it, So
it's kind of like you're learning each step.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's not like I've drawn this dragon before. I'm just kind of making him up as I go. Kind of making him up.
That's the fun part about art, is just having fun.
It
Never
is.
know.
It is. Absolutely. And I think that's a neat thing about diamond painting in a way. It's, you are creating there, even though you're following a specific pattern. You get to see the picture come alive as you add the diamonds to it. And that's just like drawing. You can just kind of, as you add the color, you see it come alive.
Yeah. And then with customization, if you add, like different types of, extra bling and extra stuff, it changes how the painting looks. And so then you kind of alter it to what you like. And if you don't like it, you take it off, but
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Now here I picked up a little bit darker purple. just to kind of outline these things. And then here, this is down below his chin. So this whole thing will be a little darker because it's down underneath his chin. So the light's not getting to it as much. So that's why that's getting to be a little darker.
Catherine said Randall is very talented. Me, on the other hand, I'm more impressionism. It leaves things open for everyone to guess.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Well, when you look at art, you can see there's just an endless amount of styles of art. And people are always creating new looks and new styles. And that's kind of what it's about. Learn the basics of just how to draw something. And oops, I keep bumping my my camera here and making it wiggle. We're not really having an earthquake here in Kansas City.
Hey, Cheryl.
And Cheryl, I don't know. I'm gonna have to grill you about what you and Caden have. I saw that. Brandy will know what we're up to. I don't know. Now you got me curious. I'm gonna be figuring out what you two are up to. Y'all better be good.
There's no telling.
Now, something else I do a lot, and I haven't done quite as much while we're doing this because I've got the camera between me and the drawing, is I like to turn my drawing around all the time because I keep hitting this thing, because it's just easier to reach certain areas when it's, with your hand, when you go turn the page around like that. So,
Oh yeah, I hit my camera all the time when I'm filming, so I know exactly what that's like.
Okay. So you can see it's starting to come together here. Get another little shade of blue in here.
I love how the eye ridges are like it like through the shading, you've almost given it a slight like 3D-ish looking. I mean, it's wow, it's something alive.
Well, that's part of the drawing it darker around the edges and leaving it lighter down the middle. It gives those things roundness and shape. Same with the ears and everything too. I think I'll put some blue up here on the ears too, just like everywhere else. So, anyway.
Joanna, I know I'm bad at drawing, but like you said, you can copy it and then make different colors.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's a good way to learn. A lot of art classes, one thing they do to teach people how the old masters do it is they go to art museums and reproduce the old masters' paintings as well as they can. But they do that to learn how they paint and how they draw. And then once you kind of get that figured out, how to kind of draw something or add color to something, then you can kind of do your own thing and create your own characters and your own world. So you can see I'm going back to the greens and adding some shading to the greens, some darker edges, now that I can kind of see where it's going to be. I think I need to.
Hey, Brandy, and Tammy asked you a question, by the way.
Oh, let me say thank you. No, Tammy, you don't have to actually be in the live stream for the weekly prize. You just have to make sure that you're putting it in the Facebook group, because I go through before the live and I put the winners down. So no, you don't have to be in the live stream to still be eligible. Hi, Corals Rose. How are you? It's first time here. Yay.
Okay. Still adding more shading. Trying to do it as fast as I can here and just kind of show you how it's kind of getting some shape to it.
Oh, you're all good. You're all good. I'm enjoying watching.
Oh, I hear someone. Fortunately, my little girl Kitty cannot jump up on this table. She's old enough that she just can't make big jumps. So she gets underneath it and talks to me and says, here I am. You're supposed to pick me up and set me on the drawing table so I can lay on your drawing. But
Does she like
no,
laying on your drawings when you're working?
absolutely. This is one of her favorite things to do is come down here and get on the drawing table. And she's going to be very upset that I am not picking her up to put her up here. But it'd be hard to get any drawing done. So, and she has gotten attention everywhere today. She just follows me around and demands attention. So, anyway.
That's our fur babies. Our fur babies, they love us so much.
They do. They do. Yes,
I can hear her.
Yes, I've had her since she was 3 weeks old and bottle fed her. So she thinks I'm her mother. And so anyway, so here is where it's going. Next, I want to do a little more darker area.
It's turning out so pretty.
I know, I'm loving it.
It's fun to do the color. I'm not sure what color to make the eyes. So now I've got another shade of darker green. So I'm going from my lights to the darks. And just keep adding to it. And there's a darker green. And it kind of starts to bring it alive more and gives it more definition and a little more shading. I just need to figure out what colors to make the eyes and inside the ears. You know, it could do something really different inside the ears. What if they were red? I'm just experimenting and just having fun with color. So what I'm going to do is start with a darker red down here in this part of the ear, the bottom part. And hello, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. We can't do that right now. She's still down there staring up at me saying, Dad. I don't see anyone up there. You can't be talking to anyone. And going from red to orange. Oh, now she's swatting me with her tail. That's how she communicates. She gets frustrated and she just stands there and knocks her tail against me. From red to orange to yellow. That's kind of a
You're
fun
going to eventually have to put her up there, I bet you.
Oh, I don't know. I think she'll get frustrated and go away in a little bit here. But so
I love that color change right there in the ears. That's so cool.
It's just something different. I'm just kind of trying to show you what you can do. I hope I'm not sliding it all the way. I'm so used to
oh no,
just moving moving my artwork all over the place here.
They're all saying we want to see her.
Oh, well, Elizabeth, I don't know if we can do this. Elizabeth, come here. I don't know if she always wants up here, but she wants to do it her way. So I'm standing over here wanting her to walk over to me so I can lift her up. And she's going, well, no, I'm going to stand over here. There she is. Come on, sweetie. No. I know this is, everyone wants to see you. I don't know if we can do this because there's Elizabeth.
Oh, look at her. You're so pretty, Elizabeth.
She loves to lay on the artwork. She says, this is exactly what I wanted.
Oh, she is precious.
Yes.
And y'all, if y'all probably recognize that little face because I'm pretty sure I have seen some Elizabeths in some of the drawings.
Yep.
She's not going to like this, but I'm going to put her back down so I can keep her. No, she's real upset now. She says no. He says, I'm going to be mad at you now. Okay. Back to the drawing. Yeah, and she'll end up laying. She kind of scoots herself. She starts up here and she kept scooting herself until she's on top of the part you're working on, and you have to slide her over. But I'm sure many of you have kitties. I bet they do that when you're diamond painting too.
Oh, yeah. I've actually seen some people where they're like, I have to be careful because the cat's tail is going in my glue.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, yes. I would think with a cat and her tail, the diamonds would be all over the place.
That's what baby wipes are for.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe this, see, as I go along, they saw all these little parts. It's like I wasn't sure what color to make them, but it just looks like a green point up here on top of his head might be good. And get a little darker green here. But as you can see, it takes a little time even to do a little bitty drawing, just because I like to build up all these layers of color. But then that's kind of what it gives it so much dimension, is when you can take time and build up edges. I like to darken edges of things like around the eyes and along the side of the face here. It just helps define the picture, especially if you're doing background around it. If you can kind of put an edge, not necessarily just a big dark line, but kind of blend it in a bit so it looks natural. But just kind of give it a darker edge there, and then even here.
Thank you, Caden, for putting on all those links for me. I appreciate it. Can you also put in Randal's his website? You'd be the best. Thank you.
I did forget to mention the website at the top there, and the books, the 2 children's books are on the website, and the link to the coloring book is on the website also, which is, the coloring book is on Amazon. But
Yep.
you
And
can
if y'all
do this.
haven't gotten it, you need to get it. You can practice your coloring skills.
Yes, you can do this coloring in the coloring book, definitely. You can just sit there and start light. The drawing, the outlines are already there. You can just kind of start light and make it darker and darker and kind of build it up. So the dragon himself, the center of the eyes, that's indigo blue. I need black. Here we go.
Ooh. Yep, for the pupils.
I'm going to draw a little circle there first. Instead of adding the highlight afterwards, like I did on this piece with the hair in it, I'm going to use a black pencil and I'm going to draw around the highlight. So it'll be there. I won't have to go back in with paint.
Okay. Letitia, she just bought her first Spangler DP on Friday and can't wait. And she's sure, yeah, I can guarantee you it will not be the last Spangler that you buy.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
Diane's loving that new dragon. I am too. I am loving that dragon.
Well, it's different, definitely. So the eyes, you know, on my dragons, you can see I do the black part and then I do a little colored part around it. I probably should do that here too. What should that be? I guess I could make him a blue-eyed dragon. I don't know. Purple. Did anyone
Purple.
have?
Oh, I think purple would be cool.
Anyone have purple eyes? I guess this dragon will.
Actually, that is one of the eye colors. They say violet is an eye color.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I have gray eyes, which is, you know, I always thought I was blue-eyed, and then I found out later I'm gray-eyed.
Oh. Okay, so this is real different. Purple eyes. Never done that before. but it's fun
Well,
to experience.
Christine
See
said
how
he's come alive with those eyes.
Yes, yes. Well, and you can see I kind of draw it lightly when I'm drawing this around the edges at the darker at the edges, and kind of get very light to it's very little color right in the middle. And then the edges, and then I go with even a darker purple and make it a little darker, and then outline this outside edge around it. And same thing over here. And the black over here isn't quite solid enough. So make it a little better. So now what we have left are the whites of the eyes. And the white is, the eyeball itself is round. So I like to take something very light, like here, a very light blue. And it almost looks like gray in a way, but just add a little shadow there, because the eyeball is there and the eyelids come up over it, so there'll be a little shadow and then a little bit around the edge too, and
Oh,
that makes the eyeball look a little more round, and over here too. So anyway, so that's kind of where we're going with that. And it's amazing when you put the eyes in, how all of a sudden whatever you're drawing, the character kind of comes alive. It just adds so much life to the character that you're drawing. And so now I'm going back in with more green, and again this is something I just do over and over and over until it finally gets to a point where you're happy with the way it looks.
Letitia asked, what is your favorite piece you have done or
Oh,
you have ever drawn?
my favorite. Boy, that's a hard question. I've drawn hundreds of pieces. I think some of my favorite pieces, the ones now that they're done and I look back at them, are probably some of my big library pictures. And they're on my website in my galleries. But I like those. They take months and months to do, but I like the feeling of them. I love the idea of being in a huge library with a fireplace and just endless books. So I think that's why I like those. Even though as I'm working on a piece, I many times think, oh, this is my favorite. But then after I finish it, I start being very critical of myself and going, well, I could have done that different, and I could have done that different, and that different.
I think we're
So,
always our worst critics, right? We
oh,
always say,
absolutely.
Very
I do it all the time. Every piece of art, I criticize it over and over. So here I am with my indigo blue again. I want to make the mouth a little more defined around the edge. See how that just kind of makes it pop out a little more. So anyway,
Janine wants to know, did you mean to make him look mischievous? He looks like he swallowed the canary.
well, yes, I wanted him not so cute. Yes, I definitely wanted him to be maybe a little more ferocious looking. Even though I've tried to draw ferocious dragons many times and they still come out kind of cute. So I think it's just not really my thing. Other artists are much better at the ferocious thing than I am.
I still love it. He's cute, ferocious. He's
Right.
you know what? I still say he would fit in with the draglings that you have.
He might.
He
Yes.
still kind of looks like he fits in with that world. Hey,
Mhm.
Marion.
Brandy, Crashly's evil twin said we missed a question, but I'm not finding it.
No, because you answered, or you got Letitia's question in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Just making sure.
yeah,
Now I've gone to pink, a kind of a hot pink, and doing the very tips. It goes from purple into this hot pink, and it just kind of it just adds a little more excitement and a little more cool colors to the tips with the purple. So it's fun to just keep adding little things like that. Maybe put a little pink in the eyes too. So,
Okay.
and let me see. Same thing. I'm down. I try to use my colored pencils up. So there's a very short one.
Hey, I've
This is
seen shorter. I actually have those little golf pencils with the erasers
oh,
for my students, because every time they want to borrow pencils, I'm like, sure, there you go. And they're like, these are small. I'm like, uh-huh.
So anyway, it still needs lots more layers, you know, but it gives you a good idea of what you can do, and just keep working on it. You know, like the bottom of the jaw is underneath, you know, so I like to go back and give it a little more darker shading down here. It kind of makes it looks like it goes, you know, on the bottom side of the jaw, and.
Linda says hello, this new dragon makes a great companion for Eldar.
Well, there are some similarities there. It's just Eldar is green. I guess he is a bit similar because Eldar has some different type of things coming off of his jaw and cheek.
I like them. I call them like the little neck frills.
Neck frills, yes, that works. So anyway, and again, as I keep going back and doing things over and over and over areas, but as you get it more completed, it's kind of like I felt like I needed even darker up here under these eyebrows. Just makes them look like the eyes are set back in there a little more. And then this part would probably go up underneath it. So there we go.
Oh, I'm just loving that popping. Woo.
And the nostrils a little darker, a little deeper, and you can see how it starts to have some shape to it. The more shading and the more things you do like that. So anyway,
Christine asked, I asked in the last fin of possibility of Dragling calendar being made. Has Randall given it some more thought?
okay. That interruption was a spam call coming in. So
Oh no.
just deleted that.
Were you able to hear the question?
No, I didn't.
Yes, did you want to? There you go.
Sorry, I'm in and out. Christine asked it. I asked in the last event of a possibility of a Dragling calendar being made. Has Randall given it some more thought?
No, well, you know, I thought about it for years. Actually, back in was it 98 or 97? There actually was a Dragling calendar put out by a company. But it was just for the 1 year. So, you know, and I thought about it. I need to probably approach a calendar company and see if they're interested. Even though, you know, my reason I hadn't done it before is, and this was back quite a few years ago before all the new printing methods and etc., was that I looked into doing a calendar. And of course, the cost of a calendar was, you know, to print the quantity you need to get the prices down so you could sell them, was a huge amount of calendars. And then because they are calendars, they have to be sold in a very short amount of time. Otherwise, they're out of date and useless. So that's one reason I had never done it. Even though now I know there are specific sites, and I'm trying to think maybe Cafe Press, Redbubble, possibly, where I do believe you can have calendars made of your work, and they're probably a print on demand situation, kind of like my coloring book is. So you wouldn't have to worry about that. But, you know, honestly, I have not seriously looked into that, and I probably need to do that. That's a good question.
I know I would, because you have so many cute, like seasonal paintings that, you know, would be perfect for a calendar, you know. Joanna said it could even be a coloring book style calendar.
Well, that's a clever idea.
Like this Easter one that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it, Brandy?
Yes, I did. I had to. I jumped on there. I was so scared it was going to sell out before I could get my little handsies on it, but no, I got it.
I think it sold out pretty quick because I didn't know it was coming out, and I was kind of looking through Facebook and such and stumbled across it, and I see that it already had sold out, and I forget I wasn't that far into the morning, so.
Yeah, it was sold out by my time here 11:25. So in 25 minutes it sold out.
Wow, that's
Because I kept refreshing my phone, and I'm like hitting that refresh button, like, let me in, let me in.
Oh, I know. Because usually I've been getting the alerts like 10 minutes before, and it's creeping up to 11, and I'm like, okay, I ain't gotten the alert yet. Come on, and then 11 hit, and I'm like, you better get me in there.
The alert came in 2 minutes after, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to get it. But I did. I snagged it.
Now, Cheryl, that's actually a pretty good idea. Cheryl says, how about a calendar that you fill in the dates? Then it can be sold whenever because it won't go out of date. But the only problem with that, though, is that the days of the week, I don't know.
Or two, like, I know some calendars, like, we use them at work. Even though they're in like a book form, we can dry erase marker, use it. And then it's ever evolving.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Well, that's something for me to look into, is all the different options on calendars. That would be a great idea if you could produce something that could be used any time of the year, or any year, I guess, be adapted to any year. Oh, look at that. There's a cat here and here again. That's the other problem with her up on the table. So anyway, I'm probably not going to just keep drawing on this, because I think I've gotten to a point now where you can kind of look at it and see, and you can do the same thing going down the neck. The scales could be multicolored. You just keep building and building and building the colors, and creating shading around the edges of it to give it some shape and some depth and such. See, now down here on this would be kind of interesting to do with the reds, oranges, and yellows on his chest.
Yeah, see, I would love to see
kind of
like the scales be rainbow.
Oh, that would be something too. Yes. So anyway, so I just wanted to give you an idea how to do a different dragon. It kind of starts out the same as mine. So my next thing I wanted to show you was something that is kind of a fun thing to do. And this is, I honestly do not know the name of this paper. I got it years ago. But basically, it's just a nice color. So what I have learned to do would be, if you figure out, say you want a few shades of brown. Now this is a burnt ochre, and then there is another color. I can find it in my box of pencils here, my unorganized box.
Coral.
This is a sienna brown. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit darker. But anyway, what I'm going to do here is just draw an outline of the dragon. I'm starting with the noses, and I'm doing it this way because, I mean, I could do it the other way by very lightly with my pencil. But since I've drawn my dragons so many times, I can pretty well draw them without the underdrawing of the pencil. So there's his nose, there's his mouth. His mouth's going to come up here. There's his jaw underneath. And this is going to be something fairly quick. Basically outline him. And here it comes up here. Here's one eye. You notice I'm drawing the same position over and over here, but it's just kind of an easy position to draw. There, and I'm going to basically draw about the same thing as I had there. Let's put his eye there. And here's kind of his eyelids and eyebrows. Another eye there. And then a little ridge on top of his head. And here's one ear. Comes down and around. And I like the two little points on the ears. It's what a dragling looks like. And then here's the other ear. Okay, so you have this. So what I'm going to do is just a little bit of shading with this pencil. Like a little bit of shading on the nose. I'm going to start to draw little darker areas too. Like here. Like on the bottom edge, a little darker. And everything is going to be drawn in shades of brown. This whole piece. I'm not going to add any greens or any other colors. Just shades of brown. And there's the other eye over there. And I'm going to, it's his little ridge, goes straight up in the air. I'm going to put a little shading on one side of it. He's a little bit lopsided, but I drew him kind of quick here. Sometimes they come out lopsided. But, and a little more shading there and there, and then in the ear. I like to do the inside of the ear a little darker. Bottom of it. Yeah, a little bit of a dimple. And a little bit there. Okay. And then I'm going to take the little bit darker brown. This is just a little darker. You can see adding in the eyes. That'd probably be about the darkest spots on him. The eyes and the nostrils. And a little more shading there. A little bit there. A little bit there.
Marion, he's not frozen to me. I have him pulled up on my phone and it's not frozen, so you might exit and come back in.
Okay. So now, if I can find it, where is my color? You know, I was going to go to the store today and pick up another colored pencil, cream. I like the cream. So anyway, the fun part of drawing on this dark paper is you can make it almost monotone, where you've got the browns. You think, oh, that's kind of hard to see. But then you take a lighter color, like a cream. You can use a white also. And like this will be the white of the eye right there. You start drawing that in. A little highlight. Start drawing in the other eye with a little highlight. Start real light and just kind of roll your pencil on the paper there, just to kind of give little highlights on the end of the nose. And then the top of the head here, he would have, this is where the light would be hitting him, up here on the top of the head. And the top of the ridge here on his head. And then his, right above his eyes, the eyelids. And the ears. This is a real fun, simple way to just kind of draw a dragon and give him some shading and some life. Just put a little bit of, just a little bit there. And a little bit, his cheeks are kind of round, so the top of the round ball of the cheek is going to be highlighted like that. A little more here on the eyelid there. Anyway, so it's kind of fun to just do a monotone dragon also. And if you really
I just never would have thought that the brown would show up on brown paper.
Well, it does. It shows up just enough. And then once you add the highlighting, and then if you go in with white, you can really, and press a little harder, you can really make things that, like the eyes, sparkle and shine a little bit more. See how it's even brighter? And
Oh, yeah.
A little more white to it. A little more white there, a little more on the end of the ears. I'm doing this very fast, but...
Yeah, but look how it's looking already. Like, oh my goodness!
But it's kind of a neat. It's kind of a neat look. It kind of reminds me a little bit of oh, what would you be? Some of the old classical drawings of Michelangelo on kind of the brown paper with the brownish tone inks or whatever they drew with back then. I should know more about that, but it kind of has an antique feel to it when you do this.
It
Yeah.
does.
But it's a very simple process. All you have to do is a very simple drawing with just a little bit of shading. And you can do this process not just with dragons, but with anything. I mean, you could draw a chair with this process with kind of the brown tones and just highlight the top edges of it, or a building, or anything. You could do this process. So it's kind of fun. And you could probably do it with other colors of paper too. I've never tried it with green as a background. I was wondering about that. And they also make, excuse me, try to bump the
Yeah,
camera.
because I was going to ask you if you knew what like the name of the brown paper that you get,
Well,
or is it just
I wish I did. Like I say, I had ordered it online, and it's been quite a few years ago. And honestly, I do not remember anything about where I got it or the name of it. But you can go to Michael's. Strathmore has this mixed tone. Now, this is mixed media, but they have sketch pads with this shade of brown paper.
oh
See, compared to white. And I have about 3 sketch pads of just the brown paper. And basically, you can do a similar thing. This is a little lighter, so you can actually see pencil drawings on here. You know, you could actually just use pencil and an eyeball. And with that, then maybe going with some white. You could do that type of a thing and kind of get a similar effect, but it does look good. Or you can draw it in with pencil, then maybe go over it with the brown.
It's
oh
called craft paper, KRAFT paper.
That would probably work.
KRAFT. Okay.
Yeah, this stuff here is I think it may even have a rag content to it because it almost feels like canvas or something. But yeah, you just go to an art supply store and look at the shades of paper. They're individual sheets of paper. You might try that and see. So anyway, but like I say, even these drawing pads that are not quite that dark, you can do the same effect with them too. So I'm just throwing out something real quick here because I know we're running out of time. So anyway.
And they're different grades on that craft paper.
Right, and that deals with the thickness, I think, or like.
I think it's the thickness and like the scratchiness. I call it scratchiness, but that ain't
The texture,
correct
yeah,
term.
the roughness.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. So anyway, that kind of gives you a little more variety of what you can do with your drawings. You can do this type of a thing. You can do this is just all colored pencil here. But like I say, you can do this kind of coloring on the dragons in the coloring book. You can give them some unique colors on those, and with everything in the background too. Just make it everything any color you want. Just use your imagination and have fun.
Exactly. Coral Rose says, Randall, I have several of your paintings. Haven't diamond painted them all yet, but just love them.
Oh, well, thank you.
Corals, you will love them when you start diamond painting them because they just come to life, and you just, oh my gosh, you don't want to stop working on it.
Well, that's Diamond Art Club. Diamond Art Club has done such an amazing job. And if you are into cross stitch, Heaven and Earth Designs, their cross stitch patterns of my artwork are just absolutely amazing.
Yes, I've been lucky. I think there are 2 people or 2 or 3 people that are working on some cross stitch from Heaven and Earth Designs and I'm like, wow, look how gorgeous those are.
They really are. They're amazing. It just amazes me how anyone can do, first of all, diamond paintings, but then cross stitch, because I know you can spend years and years on a cross stitch.
All right, so let's get us all back I'm going to get us all back in the layout here.
I'm going to turn my camera back around here and see if I can do this. Front camera. There we are.
because I do not have the time nor the patience to do a cross stitch.
I've done them, but they were smaller cross stitch. I attempted one larger, got messed up halfway through, and sad to say I threw it away. So,
well, Diamond Art Club has some small diamond paintings too. The Nap Time piece is a kind of a small diamond painting to begin with, and that'd be more my speed probably.
well, they're definitely. I love mine. I have not made as much progress as I wanted. Like I told you, I'm still trying to figure out on my drawing what I'm going to have her land on, but this, hold on. Seriously, stop folding. That's what I've completed so far.
And it is so sparkly. So sparkly.
I know, like it's just like it's so enchanting. Okay, see, I hate when I can't see. I can't see. Hold on. There we go. And there's the blue dragon right here with the little wings. That's one of the teacup dragons, right?
If it's got wings, yes.
Yes. And then we've got the purple dragon. I got a chance to do him. And then I'm in the process of a reddish dragon and a brown dragon. So I am loving this one. I thought I was going to get farther. I'm still working on it, though. I'm still working on it. But guys, in case you didn't know, I did go ahead. I have put up the link for week 3. Now, before anybody goes anywhere, we got to draw our winner. Okay? We got to draw our winner for week 2. All right. So, Randall, I've got the spreadsheet.
Okay.
So, we've got to go from numbers 56. You can choose a number between 56 and 105.
Oh, 78.
78. Okay, so 78 is Chris Johnson Blake. Woo! Chris Johnson Blake. I don't think I've seen Chris in the chat tonight. But maybe they're watching on replay. We do have people that watch on replay. So let me highlight the name. Just out of curiosity, is Chris in the chat? Hello. Sarah started the mystery kit. So yeah, I have not seen Chris in the chat, but I will, if Chris hasn't contacted me, I will contact them. But keep in mind, we have the end of this week, or, I'll be shutting it off on Sunday at 11:59 Central Time, PM Central Time. And then we'll have a week 4 post. And then after that, so we're doing a drawing for a $50 Diamond Art Club gift card each week. So this was week 2. So
and next, yes, the final week, I guess it is, there will be also a grand prize, which will be a small original drawing. It's going to be a real special piece. Actually, it's very small, but it's very special because it's a piece that's been used in my first book. It's one of the original drawings from the book. It's a little piece, but it's a nice little piece, all framed up.
Oh my goodness! That is, oh my goodness. Oh, wait, Chris. Chris is in the chat. Chris, you won.
Hey, congratulations, Chris.
Chris is like, I watch on my TV, but I'm on my phone now. So, Chris, listen to me. You need to email me I need your email that you use with DAC, with Diamond Art Club, so that I can send that to my person at Diamond Art Club to get you your gift card. Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay, so now, so next Monday is going to be, it's technically the start of week 4. So we'll be giving away the $50 gift card for week 3. And then the Monday after that, which I guess technically will be April, the first part of April, but that's where we'll do our the final live, where we'll give away the 4th card and Randall's original drawing or painting. Why did I say drawing? I'm so sorry. Painting.
Drawing. It's both. It's paint and drawing. So, yes.
I'm like, but oh my gosh. So, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I am having a blast. I am loving that other dragon. I'm telling you, I think that one works really well. Like, he looks like a Spike. Looks really well. It looks like he would fit into the world of Omlandia.
I can't not drawing. I'm sitting here drawing while we're doing this. I want to put a little of that orange on his chest we were talking about.
See, look at there. Already pulling you in. Already pulling you in.
Yeah.
So who knows? We may have seen a new character created here. How awesome is that, y'all? Y'all got to be a part of it. Oh my gosh. So I hope that you guys are having fun. I know I am. I hope that y'all are enjoying. Make sure that you put your, whether you're drawing, you're painting, and or diamond painting and or cross stitch of, your stuff. Just make sure you put them in the post. The reason I say in the post is that I've noticed that some people have been posting in the group, but not putting it in the post. I need it in the post for me to be able to count it. So just make sure. And I am trying to make sure that I go through, and I've tried to make comments on some people's stuff before I shut the commenting off. But I am loving everybody's artwork. And once again, I've got to give another shout out that I think, hold on, the name just went out of my head. The cutest little 5-year-old little girl's drawing, and the name just went out of my head.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh my goodness, I forgot the name. That's gonna drive me nuts. But I loved her. I loved her little paint. I loved her little picture, and I hope that, and she even colored it somewhat. Thank you, Kennedy. Thank you, Tyra. Kennedy. So I want to give a huge shout out to Kennedy for doing such an absolutely adorable little dragon, and for drawing along with us. Hey, Sue. The other thing that I want to say is, I know Randall usually gets a chance to say this. So, Randall, do you have a couple, or especially a little one that you want to give a hello out to?
Yes. When you just said that, I thought of it. Yes. Leslie and Emily. I always have to say hi to Emily. Leslie is the magic person that makes all the magic happen behind the scenes here, with the books and the orders and the just anything I need, technical wise, she does. And Emily is her daughter, and I just got to say hi to Emily.
And so, so in case y'all don't know, or if you haven't, he's got his book. Yes, look. Hold on, it's got a glare. Let's see, bring it. Oh, well. No.
Yeah.
It went. You just. I had saw it for a little bit, and then it went. Try tilting your phone towards us. Nope.
Yep.
Back. I can see the eyes. I see the little eyes. But Kennedy did just an absolutely precious
There it
little.
goes.
Oh, there we go. That right there, right there. Look at Kennedy's drawing. Randall, do you
Oh,
see Kennedy's little
Oh, you know,
dragon?
for some reason, I was just showing you what I've been sitting here doing. You know, no. For some reason, I'm only seeing what I'm looking at here, and I'm not seeing the group photo, and I do not know why.
Huh.
So anyway.
Well, y'all look how awesome that Kennedy did right there. It's even got the scales or the breastplate, got the green coloring in.
There you are.
love it.
Okay. Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, that's fantastic.
And she's only 5
Yeah.
years old.
Oh my gosh. It's got the right colors and everything. And the ridges on the chest. Oh, that's fantastic.
That is awesome. So y'all don't forget, if you have not bought one of the books, whether it's the first book, the storybook, or the ABC book, don't forget you can go to his website. And with those, when you order from his website, he does autograph them for you. He signs them.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's like something amazing right there. And then also, go to, he has the Amazon link, and I know that Caden had put it in a couple of times in the chat, and Cheryl and them, which thank you guys so much for doing that. Because you can get his coloring book where you can practice your coloring. And, hopefully we're going to be seeing some additional stuff come out. And you know that whenever we do, we're going to be shouting it out big time. And make sure y'all go get this and support Randall. And, it's just, Tyra said that we all made her mama cry happy tears. Oh, well, she deserves the shout out. So thank you guys for popping in and hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. And so we will see you guys next week. All right. So I'm going to leave you like I always do. Reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Until the next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.